Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Well, today I'm trying something a little bit different. Today I was over here working and actually I was thinking about what I was gonna record and everything. I did not have such a good week. Just yesterday I spent the whole entire day at the hospital with my husband, so times like this makes us think, a little bit more about life in general. And I started thinking about what I was gonna record and ended up that I, even had a whole entire video scripted from yesterday that included lots of my feelings and everything. And then today when I started recording this video, I kind of understood that, it wasn't where my heart was today. And that today it's 1st of June and I just kind of wanted to get over everything that was happening and start new. So I thought, well, for my Portuguese channel, it would be cool for me to show my audience how I record the videos and everything. And then I started doing this. I started playing with my cameras over here and I decided, to record with my phone and also with my camera and see how that looked. And then this is the setup that I have right now. So I think it's even interesting, and it's kind of like, it kind of brings me that joy of, doing something new. And I was thinking about that, about how we can, use what we know of ourselves to inspire us. And this is what I decided to talk about in this video. What inspires you? And whenever you have like these moments where everything's kind of like down, what type of tools do you have in hands to enhance that moment and make it a little bit better? I want to talk about two things that happened just today that kind of made me realize that these are tools that I use and that I can share with you, and maybe you can use as well. So one of the things, the very first thing is rituals. I realized that in order for me to start recording, I always start by doing my makeup. And that actually became a ritual without me even knowing. Sometimes I don't even do like a lot of makeup or anything. It's not anything crazy, but it's just, that moment where I sit and I start working on my makeup. And while I do that, what happens is I kind of start thinking, about what I'm gonna say in the video, what's the next video about, and that kind of starts getting me in the mood. Because this is what happened today. I had this video that I wrote yesterday while I wasn't feeling so good, and I was feeling like, everything was against me because I had a really tough week last week with problems with my mom. She's trying to move and she's over 70 years old now, and things weren't working, so it was a really tough week. And then I moved on to this week, and this just yesterday was Monday, the very last day of the month, and my husband wasn't feeling well. We ended up having to call the ambulance and I was really scared. I spent the whole entire day in the hospital with him. Well, thankfully, he's well now, and it wasn't anything that serious, but at that moment, I realized at night that I had to, come over to my YouTube channel because last week I didn't have videos, and I have this, schedule that I work with on YouTube in my first channel especially, which is a monetized channel and everything. And I was like, I have to do a video, what I'm gonna do it about. And I started writing, and at that moment, things came out of me kind of like with this, it's not that I was angry, I was just kind of not in the best place to be. And so today, when I came here and I started, reading what was actually the script about, and of course, I tried to write something that had, some value, after all. But it was kind of like grinchy. I don't know. It didn't feel good. So today when I came here and I started, doing my makeup, and I started thinking that I was gonna say all that stuff, I realized that while I was doing the makeup, I was kind of getting in the mood that I'm used to doing the videos. I was getting in a good mood. All of a sudden, all that I had written, yesterday kind of started sounding like not so good. And so I changed my mind and I was like, wait, stop. I realized something important here. This makeup moment kind of became like a ritual that gets me in the mood of making the videos, and the videos are always very positive, and so it gets me in a good mood. And so this is a tool that maybe I can share with people. And so I was like, well, but now I don't have a script, so what do I do? And I already recorded for my very first channel. So what I decided to do was, well, I can actually show people what's my setup like. And then I can play around a little with the camera, And that kind of started getting me excited, because another thing, and that I realized that, gets me in a good mood, since I'm a creative person, is to actually do something creative and something new. So what you're seeing right now, this conversation where I'm talking to you here and then I'm talking to you here, is actually something that I just created right now, because I was showing in my other channel how it was possible for me to, record with 2 cameras, and how I can set it up, and what's really important, that's the light and everything. And that got me in the mood. And then I was like, oh, I have the English channel now, it's all about purpose. And now I'm already excited, and it's kind of like all that happened yesterday and, the whole entire week before just kind of like disappeared. And I'm all of a sudden in a good mood, to make the video and everything, which is so exciting. So I was like, well, I'm gonna talk about that then. So since I'm inspired, by this, maybe I can share, this to my future self and to you that's watching, and maybe this can inspire you too. So one of the things is rituals. So every time that you're gonna do something that, you like doing, like for me, is making art, recording videos, recording music, and all that. If you have something that you do over and over and over, it becomes a ritual. So I just realized that I do have a ritual for recording my videos, which is putting on makeup. And I can use that in times like this that I don't really feel comfortable. I just have to realize, wait, once I start doing my rituals, I will get to that point that I need in order to perform well, so to be in a good mood. And it did help, and I can tell you, it was really an awful week, and I feel pretty good right now. So it does help, because it's kind of, if you're into, studying the mind and everything, this is just how the mind works. We make certain paths, in our brain, and rituals, that's what it is actually. It's paths to your mind to get into a certain point. And if every time that you get to that certain point, which to me is recording these videos right now, whatever I do before that, right before that, becomes a ritual that can lead me to that, same feeling. So that's the very first important thing that I want to remind myself, and maybe help you to make your own rituals. And then the second thing for me is to be very creative, and maybe for you is another thing, is something else that you really enjoy. But to me, I am an artist, and so creativity is something that really speaks to my soul, and you have to find out what speaks to your soul. But creativity is one of those things to me. So right now, it was something so simple, that I did. I just set it up another camera here with my phone, so I can, talk to you here and then talk to you here. And that already was something that filled me, And so this is why it's so important for you to know yourself, and for you to always try to track how you feel and how you perceive the world, so that you can, in times like this where it's really tough, and I know that right now the times are really tough for everyone because we're losing people, you know, to this pandemic that we never seen before. We are, you know, in an uncertain time for work, especially artists right now are facing really difficult challenges. So it's very important for you to get in touch with yourself and understand, you know, how you work and what type of things brings you joy and how you can, you know, overcome things. So I hope that this video was inspiring. I will come back to this video often because this is a really important message that I want to leave to myself, and every time that I have an important message to myself, I know that it can help others. So which is why I made this channel. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it around, and have a wonderful week. I will hope that this month is a wonderful month for you. For me right now, I am focused on order. I think that it's time for me to kind of move things around and reorder things, and maybe this is just a start. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.